Hello and welcome to Hope Channel Ghana. My name is Nana Akusiobuachi and this is Hope Adventist News. Our headlines for this week: Kwaman Seventh-day Adventist Church dedicate deacons and deaconesses robes for service. Airport View Seventh-day Adventist Church Youth Choir celebrates its 20th anniversary. Now features stories: Cerebral Palsy 5th anniversary and then Annual Council 2022. We'll be right back with details of these stories and others right here on Hope Adventist News. It is well known that deacons and deaconesses help to keep the church's services and activities running smoothly. On Saturday, October 8, 2022, the Kwaman Seventh-day Adventist Church of the Mid-Central Ghana Conference in the Ashanti region dedicated 8 deacons and deaconesses gowns to God's glory in this manner. Gracing the occasion was the Executive Secretary of the Mid-Central Ghana Conference, Pastor Alexander Marfo, Pastor Retired Amponsei Champon, Pastor Obed Osajeman, the district pastor in some districts, and local elders. Pastor Alexander Marfo, on behalf of the conference, dedicated the robes with the help of Pastor Amponsei Champon. He also charged the deacons and deaconesses to use the robes for their purpose, which is church services, but they should first be clean and sanctified, since the robes are blessed and ordained.
Yedi robe ama womo eni leaders yedi robe ama womo no na ya appreciate omo ni ama award no ya thank you for no so no live life of integrity and life wa obi entimi ka bibi emfa womo.
Simon Insia, Asante Ernest, and Ajikum Williams, 3 individuals from the Kwaman local church, got together to donate towards the cost of the robes. According to Pastor Obed Osajeman, the district pastor, it is essential to start requiring deacons and deaconesses in the Kwaman district to wear robes to make services more beautiful and also to glorify the Lord as well.
It can say, yes, I made the way say at the bois, Mr. Deacons and deaconesses, or Mudimedia or Mudia was a Fumono, and Yabaqua and Bradley and Casseso, and it has for the Sabrina Bibiano, Inina, you say, they are 4 Mapaso, they is so Muncrane, and I'm science media or Dino, and Yampa, and Aswani, my Inina say one as it was said, when Yapo is shower.
Pastor Ubedo Sajiman also used the opportunity to express his sincere thanks to the church's current and former deacons, as well as the deaconesses, for their contribution to the advancement of the Kwaman Church.
Because someone is saying, and I saw an Yakopo out of Abba and the Swama in Mothers for. In fact, when I was so and Kwaman SGA Church, so I can afford you now as na mother chief deacon or a Pamaya of Minya Simon is here, Mother was saying, Sir Ebra, Yakopo, so yes, I
The church presented a citation to all present and past deacons and deaconesses of the church to appreciate what they have done to the service of the Lord. A report by Nana Kwabnajisi Dakwa, Kumasi. Moving on, as each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10. The Airport View Seventh-day Adventist Church Youth Choir on Saturday, 8th October 2022, celebrated its 20th anniversary with the theme, Ebenezer, How Far We've Come, at the church premises at Sekpe Aprampram, a sap of Kumasi. The youth choir was established by Mr. Ernest Akwesibuache in the middle of the year 2002 with 15 young church members, according to the choir's history. Later on, the choir went inactive and failed to perform as expected. With the help of 6 important former choir members, Mr. Ernest Akwesibuache once again brought the young choir to life. This time around, the choir was able to endure, and in 2003, The church leadership chose to consecrate the choir and its robes. The church substituted Mr. Ernest Akwesi with Mr. Amos Safo, Mrs. Perpetual Danso, and Mr. Oforiata after he left on a trip. Now the choir can boast of about 100 memberships. The youth choir invited some choirs like New Tafo Seventh-day Adventist Youth Choir, Abuabu Youth Choir, Oforikom Youth Choir, Amekom Youth Choir, and Aswasi Youth Choir to join them in celebrating their anniversary. During the anniversary, the choir presented a citation and a muffler to the choir founder, Mr. Ernest Akwesi. The host choir performed a number of songs, of which most were composed by Pastor Kweku Edubuahin, the church pastor, and Mr. Ernest Akwesi, the choir founder, and also the invited youth choir performed a series of songs. Still to come in this bulletin, Cerebral Palsy 5th anniversary and an annual council 2022. We go for a quick break. We'll be back with the rest of the stories. Welcome back from the break. This is still Hope Adventist News. In our featured stories, according to statistics, there are over 17 million people with cerebral palsy worldwide. As part of its 5th anniversary, the Cerebral Palsy Awareness Ghana, in conjunction with the Master Guide 2022 class of the Osu district of the Accra CET Conference, paid a courtesy call to the Shai Osutoku Health Directorate on Saturday, October 8, 2022, at Dodoa.
Cerebral palsy is a common motor disability which affects the muscles, resulting in muscle weakness. As a result of sometimes brain development, it sometimes affects the brain, sometimes it doesn't affect it. Now, in our local communities, some may think it's as a result of curse, as a result of bewitchment, as a result of punishment, but it isn't so. But all I want to say this morning, this afternoon, is that I want to say kudos to all our mothers, our caregivers, who in one way or the other have children with such a disability. You are doing marvelously well. It is not easy. There are people out there who give birth to normal babies, but end up dumping them in the drain, dumping them in the bush. But you have taken it upon yourself to take care of those children. God will richly bless you. And I beg to, this is not going to be the end of these children. They will grow up to be big-time persons in their communities. We shouldn't look down upon them. They also have potentials. So kudos to all of you. Kudos to CPA. Now, a brief history about Occupational Therapy Center that we have here. It all started about 5 years ago in 2017 with the great support of our District Director for Health Services and one of our psychiatric nurse, Daniela Colete, who was then a psychiatric nurse, took it upon herself to further her studies in occupational therapy. She came back. She actually deserves more than this. I'm so proud of her. She's such a hard-working lady. She's doing marvelously well in the districts. So let's give it to her again. Woo! Yes. So with the support from Go Therapy, an NGO in the United States of America, there was a lady who came here to support this program. This place was actually an old dilapidated building which was being used as a pharmacy. And it is through the support of the DDHS and the Go Therapy NGO who has supported in renovating this place to give it such a facelift. So I would say that it is through this great effort that this project has come to stay. And with the help of CPA Ghana, we are going to see more of this support so that this place will continue to grow big and bigger than this. And it will be a referral center all across the country. Now, I want to encourage our mothers once again that we shouldn't lose hope in taking care of such children. The blessing is a lot. You are going to accumulate those blessings because they are children that if you don't have the time, the patience, the love, you cannot take care of them.
Occupational therapy is a profession that those professionals help people with special needs, disabilities to be able to be independent. So like a cerebral palsy child, we train them to go through their ADLs, to be able to bath, to be able to eat, to be able to walk, to be able to talk, to be able to interact. So we provide therapy for them. Sometimes it takes as long as 1 year, 2 years before you can see what you want to see in your child. So we want to encourage mothers that they should bring their children for therapy because it is a therapy that will augment whatever you are doing at home. So please try and bring them to therapy. When you bring them, any problem that they have, we'll try to help you solve them. We will teach you strategies, we'll train you to be able to manage them. Even sometimes the food they eat, we would advise you on what they should eat. So it is important to bring them for therapy.
So what we came to do here is to actually give you something that will motivate you. So what we came to do is to give you some couple of things to motivate you in your well-being. And then to motivate you actually, so as you can see, I'm a person like most of your children here, and then I've been able to overcome it and gone through schools and everything. So your children can also do it actually. It's a matter of time and love that you have for your children. So don't ignore them. Just forget about what everybody is saying about your children and everything. You can still do it. Thank you very much.
At the climax of the anniversary was a football competition between the local churches of the Osu district and the CPAGH. And then our news on the annual council. The Welsh Church Executive Committee meets twice a year at spring meetings in April and annual council in October to vote on critical items that affect the church's operation. This year, annual council was held from October 6th to the 12th, 2022 at the General Conference headquarters in Silver Spring, Maryland. The Executive Committee is the second highest governing body of the Seventh-day Adventist Church after the General Conference session. The Executive Committee comprises of delegates, including directors, officers, and leaders from the General Conference, divisions, and unions. The committee also includes lay people, pastors, and other invitees. During one of the meetings, Pastor Nana Kofi Nimakon, a frontline pastor representing the West Central African Division, contributed to the report of the General Secretary, Elton Kola, mission focused and how best the Adventist Church can work on vivid faith in mission.
Microphone number 2 and Nana Kofi Nimako from SSD.
Thank you very much. Sorry, from WAD, not SSD.
I conflated 2 lines on my screen. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Thank you very much. I think in recent times, this could be one of the most exhaustive reports from the Secretariat that I have heard, and it is very much so. And those efforts will be rewarded, because now the powerful institutions in our world today are those who are adequately equipped with data. And I believe that this is going to go a long way to help us. I mean, from Thursday, it's been so gratifying for me, especially, how our church is mission-oriented and have not really lost focus. And I think that is the hope that we have. And as one of the leaders of our young people in my union, I just want to add my voice and to call out to the teeming young people around the world that this is the time we must double our effort to be able to reach out to everyone as young people. Maybe the last bit of my statement will have to do with vivid faith. Maybe because of the COVID-19. Otherwise, I thought that in the last quinquennium, vivid faith for me was going to be one of the things that could bring a vibrant wave with these missionary activities of the church. Maybe my expectations were too high, but I was looking out for whether one, COVID was a challenge because the vibrancy after 2018 or 2019 was not so much felt, and what are the practical steps to bounce back again with vivid faith so that that kind of wave could be felt all over our divisions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Did you want to speak to that?
Yeah, just to mention the vivid faith in the process of maturity. When Sylvia talked today about this platform for mission, we presented to you what we have now. We are investing a lot of time, energies, meetings, and dialogue with the divisions to have vivid faith as a platform that not only can offer opportunities of mission, but also can fit in the needs of every division of our world. And I need to promise you that we are working very hard, and as soon as possible, the platform will be in this full potential use to share with the young people in any part of the world many opportunities for mission. We understand that young people are eager to do more. And our responsibility is to share the opportunities for them to be part of our mission. But I need just to highlight something, Pastor Chair. First, I talked with my team about it. We are calling young people to be volunteers, and it's very positive. And we have so many. But we have another challenge right now, and we need your support for that. We have much more young people interested to go to mission field than opportunities to send them. If the divisions and unions don't open opportunities for volunteers, we have people, but we don't have places to send them because people are working just with employees or many other things, or some areas are not thinking about the possibility to have volunteers. Right now, we have much more people ready to go than opportunities to go. Please think about sending volunteers and think about opening opportunities to receive them in your territories. In this partnership will be very positive for us. Thank you.
Congratulations to our Pastor Nana Kofi Nimako. All right, so that's all in this edition, but before we go, let's take another look at our headlines. Kwaman Seventh-day Adventist Church dedicate deacons and deaconesses robes for service. Airport View Seventh-day Adventist Church Youth Choir celebrates its 20th anniversary. And our feature stories, Cerebral Palsy 5th anniversary, and then Annual Council 2022. Remember, you can reach us through our WhatsApp line 0559-680066 or through our email at hopetvghana@gmail.com. Keep watching Hope Adventist News on Hope Channel Ghana. Stay safe and stay tuned for the rest of our programs.